Hi everyone. So those of you who are left behind from the GPLP had already put into canon that the Beej signal was fired, and that I had to come racing to the moon base in order to fulfill my my contractually obligated 1 week. So again, we're playing Prince of Persia: Warrior Within. I do have to change to the mode over here because we got to get that loaded up. Because I can't just sit around and wait for it to happen. I have to make it happen. Start. Beautiful. And of course the death count stays consistent because why would that ever change? Let's put some headphones on so you can hear what's going on. And while everything's loading, I'm going to follow what's going. Hey guys! Can't wear mats. Can't snare the quacks. Yeah, I am late. Sorry guys, I had to eat a little bit of food at the same time and get everybody all set up. Well, I'm seeing can't bear attacks. Oh, I like bears. Bears are all right. Yes. So this is all down to the can't wear chats. Hi guys. Oh man. So everyone clearly can't tap cats. I heard actually what had happened here, that that everyone started making alts for can't wear hats. Can't wears cats. So let's get this sucker ready to go. Okay, I'm right there. Turning on music just a slight touch. Obviously you're not going to run anything else. Let's follow up and see what's going on here. Everyone's been having a good evening. Yeah, I can't wear hats. I had heard that that in order for people to actually, you guys can't just change your names. You had to resubscribe, which blows my mind that you're obviously willing to do that. And of course that means probably everybody's already blown their subscription load on GPLP, which means we get to go another term without me having any subscriptions. But that's fine. I'm a late night feed. That's how this stuff happens. Yeah, Matt Andre. It's been a very productive game of Prince of Persia: Warrior Within so far. I've died a lot, which has been excellent, and yeah, it's really super hard to die that much. But according to what Alex has told me, he's been able to die an awful lot. So I'm looking forward to that too. Just making sure the notifications are on.
You can see that, so it will turn green if it happens.
That's a good thing.
That whole window turns green.
Oh, good. It's not just I won't hear a sound or anything. I'll actually just okay. Right. See you later. And so Graham's off for the night. I believe Paul's off for the night too. So they're leaving. So bye guys. And I completely forget. I was supposed to climb to the top of something. Saved there, right? Not supposed to go up top just yet. Supposed to go through the thing. Everybody remembers how this works, right? Hi guys, hi Mad Remedy. Everyone remembers the deal that we've made is that if I'm about to pass up on something like a life upgrade or some sort of power upgrade, that the chat can totally yell that out to me. So that's one thing. You are, of course, all following along with the Loading Ready Logger. I am super happy that some of you picked up on all of my my weird quirks, where if I can't finish a thought, that I will inevitably pick it up later. And I had commented on me being LRR's resident Billy Connolly. Press R to drink. Right. So I think I just go through this. Huh. Alright, good start. I haven't died yet. Oh, nope, that's totally sucked me in. Okay. And... oh, we had a subscription! Hey! And that means I have to pause and try to find out where it went. Ah, crap.
It's on the notification thing.
Oh, it is.
That's why that app is there.
What the bus just subscribed? I thought only the window would turn green. But no, it turns out it actually tells me right in the thing. So Twitch notify, What the Bus just subscribed. Thank you, What the Bus. That is awesome. I think that's my first sub ever. That's really cool. I hope to make this worthwhile something that you definitely want to keep showing up for week after week. But I can't make any promises because it's going to be just, this could be garbage. Okay. Like this? Makes sense to me. I avoided that pretty well. Okay, then there must be a pit that opens. Oh, there's just a pit. Oh. Maybe some weird artifacting because of... See, that looks like a thing. Like, the fact that I can do that. I must be able to go through there somehow, or I have to slide through there. Yeah, I know. I'm totally gonna pay attention to my subs. Thank you guys for pointing it out. I do appreciate it. I have to slowly get used to all the things that go on while doing this, because otherwise, it's gonna be too much too fast. Oh yeah, I guess it would, wouldn't it? The bottle just kind of disappears a little bit. Righto. I think I would assume I keep going, but because I can't, that's a ledge there, right? I should be able to just, nope, I'm supposed to grab onto that. Oh, there's a ledge right there. Thought there was a ledge right there. Jump up. Jump up, jump up, jump up. Totally hitting the A button to jump up. Whoa, don't do that. That's bad. And that is the wrong thing to do. Oh, and then go back in time. Oh no, I slowed everything down. That's what I did, because I only tapped the button. Stop pressing the left button. So, hope everybody had a good day today. I had a pretty good day. I feel like I'm gonna do something completely wrong here. Like, I must somehow... I think like I have to run across that, but there's no way I'm gonna make it. Oh, I see. I don't know about that. Jump across to the other wall and then jump up to a higher wall on the other side. I don't know, like, if you look at the camera, like that does look like something I can grab onto. So I would have to do that, and then do that, and then do... Not that. Dumb. So what did I do today? I wrote a document, and I made some plans for going to Phoenix, Arizona, specifically Mesa, to go visit family. And I don't, well... talking about my life. I'm going to tell you that once we made a decision. My wife is here, by the way, everybody, but she's not coming in the room. She's made a decision to not do that. But maybe later. Yeah, maybe later she might come in just to kind of keep an eye on what you guys are doing. But yeah, so all right, let's have a look here. I'm just going to try to not make everybody ill while I'm controlling these. I totally see that ledge. So, okay, so I grab that, and then... Jeez. Oh, is this a wall run and then a jump? Do I have to do this? Yes, I do. Wow. Okay. Do I keep going? I can't. Oh, I see. Oh, this is horrifying. No. Keep going. Ah! Oh, good. It worked. Slice, 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 slice. Just run over here for no reason. Okay, made it. That's a good start. That's how it's done. No, I wrote a document today, and I did all this planning to go to Phoenix. Nothing has been nailed down specifically, but yeah, my parents want to see my wife and I, and we'd like to go down there too. And oh Christ, I'd like to go down there and see them too. I'm a bag of talent at this game, clearly. Somebody left a ladder here. I wonder why. Oh, neat, look at that. And then I bet I just drop. And I have to run through here before things fall apart. Oh, and then some stuff happens.
This is a dangerous place. You should not have come back.
Neat.
I don't have the luxury. I must see the Empress.
Impossible.
My mission. It is very urgent.
All caps
I
urgent.
must see her.
You don't understand.
Whoa.
When the last grain falls from this hourglass, the Empress will create the
Her,
sands of time.
her chest
No
entered
business
the
of yours.
scene before she did. That was crazy.
I have come to stop the Empress from creating the sands.
Then yours is a fool's errand. The creation of the sands was foretold in the timeline.
Plus, it already happened, so it has to happen.
I just saved your life. Twice. All I'm
Oh,
asking
this is
for
one of these
some
fake out things
information.
where we find
Tell
out
me where the
that
sands will be
if he had just let her die,
In there.
that everything would have been fixed because it turns out the other girl's on his side. That's it. I've read this manga
You
before.
have to undo the very fortifications of the castle. An impossible task.
When a man is faced with his own death, he finds the impossible less of a barrier. Tell me how.
Very well.
Okay. And then...
The gate is
oh,
controlled by an elaborate clockwork system located inside the mechanical
happy
tower.
to hear it's clockwork.
Even assuming you can reach the device and activate it, the machine still needs power.
This is some Lupin shit
As
right here.
water
I'm all
passes
over
through
this.
The moat, the machine will receive power. But first, you'll have to fill the moat from the supply in the garden tower.
But first, you'll have to
Activate
tend the
both
garden for 10
towers.
years.
And the door will open. You'll need this.
I have a sword.
It's more than just a weapon. It also serves to activate a
good.
system of bridges which will grant you access to the other towers.
It's been the source of much pleasure.
It won't make a difference, though.
Here, take this thing. It might work, it might not. Oh, now they're just communicating in Braille. Thanks for the advice. Blink. You got Serpent Sword. Sweet. With Serpent Sword, I can do Serpent Strike. Press BBBB to perform the combo. So I can't lose this. Now, does that mean I have two Wicked Swords? No, I'd still have my other... Oh, it's all weird and twisted. All right, Z button gives us the map. And I am at the blinking X. No, I'm not. That's where I'm going. Gain access to the towers in the past. I'm pretty happy that this game has a... it's kind of set... Just bust the tower and be done with it. God, that'd be great if it was just like, bang, you win. Game over. So yeah, we want to go traveling, but we live on an island, and that is not easy when you live on an island, because as I've discovered, ooh, press R to drink.
So close.
I don't care if I just
But I
drank.
cannot reach it from here. I'll have to find another way.
Yes, I do want to save the game. He'll have to find another way to get to wherever. Beej, Beej, B. I know, it's so fun, Diamond Tiki, that I have the button mash sword. Yes! Alright, save successful. But, yeah. I imagine the reason the audio dropped out might be just due to some weird artifact about how GameCube stuff works on the Wii. Could be. I don't know. I see all these little blinky things. I bet you that means it's something that I've done by now. All right, so I couldn't do it if I went the other way. Let's go this way now. All right. Neat. Bank. But yeah, getting off of this island can be a bit of a pain. I just need a whole bunch of money. It's actually not a big deal. We oh, I see. And then hang and pull. And then I guess I just drop and run. Stop, drop, and roll. Oh, yes, you're there. So, what you need to get out of Victoria is you need a like, we have an airport and we have many ferries and we have seaplanes, which is pretty wicked, let me tell you. One day I would love to ride on a seaplane, but that will not be for this trip because seaplanes are also reasonably expensive. Unless you luck out and, like, if you want to ride standby, I guess you can always take an empty spot, like, pretty cheap. And timing. Right, so if I was to do this, there we go. Just go over here. So part of the issue is going to be, oh god, it's really loud in my ears now. Part of the issue is just trying to find a way to make everything connect up, because otherwise you can't take a seaplane to Arizona. That would be so cool if that was the case, but no. You take a seaplane to a place like, oh neat, there we go. You take a seaplane to a place like Seattle or to Vancouver, and then you take their airports, and you're like, well, why would you bother doing that? Because it sometimes can be cheaper to do things like that. Because flying out of Victoria, there's only so many planes that leave going from any specific location. Oh, I see. I just couldn't run up the wall and do that. Neat idea. Okay, and we're down. And so, that's fine. I didn't need that health anyway. Famous last words. Yes. And so, kind of stuck in this, yeah, that hurt. Can I come back? Nope. Okay, I got lots of health still. Fine. So kind of stuck in this thing of trying to, like, I was looking at things like, well, what if we take the bus up to Sydney so we can get on the ferry, and then take the ferry to Tsawwassen, which I pronounce with a T and nobody else does, and then we take the transit up to Vancouver International Airport, but rather than get on the plane, we'll fake them out and get on the quick coach that for like $44 will drive you down to Bellingham in the US. Whereas I'm already way below the 49th parallel to begin with, but it's like if I go up and I do this and I go even further north to of like the border, but then I can get on the quick coach and I can go down to Bellingham, and then I can get on the plane there and I can fly down to Phoenix. That is so stupid. And I don't want to do that. That's a lot of work, and it's a lot of travel just to get around. It's Sydney, BC, which is on the north tip of... it's not on the north tip of the island, but it's the north tip of the eastern side of the... you have to go look at a map. So, and I've been telling my mom about this. I'm like, yeah, so it's going to... it's going to cost us a fortune or take a ton of time for us to actually get around. This is not feasible. And she's like, well, you could still, I mean, you can fly to Bellingham. And I'm like, again, all I ask is that, like, you have a look at how much it's going to cost for us to do this. And I thought, that's not really being fair. I should have a look to see how much it costs, because that's not only is it good manners. I mean, it's my mom. I should be nice to my mom. But I should also get a sense of what are my options for getting on this island. And is there anything I can beat up in this area now? Or it's been decided I've beaten up everything that's here on this time. Good. So I went today and I had a look. And so, yeah, the seaplanes. So you can fly a seaplane to Seattle if you want to. Or you can fly a seaplane to Vancouver. They're both going to cost about $150 on average. And that way... This way. Whoa, whoa. Hey, I ran out of all my sand. You know what that means. Retry. And update. Where's my inspector? There it is. I've been concentrating too much on playing the game. It's not because I completely suck at this. Okay. Should be updated now. And thank goodness, Dirge Novak has given me a hint, because we would have just done that whole ridiculous thing. I didn't realize this is apparently a key of some sort. How about that? I like stuff like this. Oh, hey, look! I bet you they're gonna be mad. Oh, sweet, and I can Shoryuken myself through this. Is that it? I guess that's all I get. And now there is a flame. Hold R and use control stick to turn lever. I believe it was clockwise, wasn't it? Oh, neat. Oh, my love for this game. Yeah, I don't care how infeasible something like that might have ever been. That's so good. All right. So. Yeah, so we're, so seaplanes, which is cool. And I can't really get anywhere from there, can I? Unless it was... That looks like I have to do a major wall jump. I bet it is. Why not? I bet I can climb that. Did I miss an art box? I couldn't have missed an art box. Oh, there's an upgrade here. Look at the chat. There's a health upgrade. Okay, there is a life upgrade here. Good to know. Oh, turn the lever again and go down. Wow. All right, so I start off facing this direction. So. It's a little less impressive the second time you do it, I guess. So seriously, I need to go down? Like down there? Okay, the art box is up. Fair enough. So. Turn turnstile so it faces the doorway with the save point fountain, which I believe I've done. Yep. Facing the fountain, turn left and drop down on a block of floor and jump back and forth to make your way down. Really? Okay. Oh my goodness. Blue Magnus. Other side. Because now it's pointing that way, right? It's pointing the fountain, which is good. And now, facing the fountain, turn left and drop down on a block of floor slightly lowered. Oh, look at that. And the rest of the floor. Now hung down from it and jump back and forth to make your way. Whoa, really? Oh, I'm going down that way. Oh dear. All right, well. Hung down from it, and wall jump back and forth to make your way down. Now, is that something I can do just by falling? He asked. I suppose I could have waited. Oh well. But yeah, ferries wise, I could have taken a ferry. I have to take the bus up to Sydney, and then you can take a ferry to Anacortes. Anacortes? Anyway, that's on a little piece of land. Which way is this face? Oh yeah, I gotta do this all again. So that's a little piece of land that's facing, it's on Washington's coastline. Oh right, gotta do this again. Oh, right, they talk. I guess, you know, it's okay that they talk. I don't mind that so much. It's harder for me to, you know, treat them like monsters if they talk all the time. Oh, there's several ferries. There's also the so there's the one that goes to Anacortes, and I was like, I'll just take that one because I can either just get on that in Sydney and then it's like a straight shot. I don't have to go up to Tsawwassen. I don't have to go down from Victoria Harbour down to Port Angeles, which puts me on the wrong side of Seattle, which is a long trip to try to even get to SeaTac at that point. Like, if I'm going to fly to Bellingham, why wouldn't I try to go? Why wouldn't I try to go this other way by taking the Anacortes ferry? Because Anacortes is really, really close. But that creates a problem because the Anacortes ferry does not run in winter. It runs to all the San Juan Islands out of Anacortes, but it does not run all the way to Victoria Harbour or to Sydney. Yes, it's in Sydney. So I was screwed. I couldn't take that. I thought about driving, but if I drive, it's $100 for my wife and I to drive onto the ferry, and then it's $100 to return as well. And I start factoring in all the time because that's like a 3-hour drive. Then I have to go basically up and then around through Vancouver. I guess for you guys it would be like I'm coming up to Sydney and I go across to Vancouver, and then I would drive all the way around and I come all the way down to Bellingham, which is like, you know, not that far. And it's like that would be 3 hours. Such a huge pain in the ass, and it's $200 out of our pockets. It would just be so much better to so much better to fly direct. So when I sent all this off to my mother, I got a text from her later, and she's like, "So we think it would be better if you guys just flew straight out of Victoria." And I'm like, yes. So now we have to pick a time to do all that, but I'm sure that'll come. I'm gonna skip that whole battle and everything, and just basically save again, because at this point, what does it matter? Yeah, Victoria is totally the capital of BC. And it has been postulated that the reason why it is so that Victoria continues to run and attract as much as it does and have all the ferries is because it still is the capital of BC, and therefore they have to have a lot of ferry service and seaplane service and all these other things because there's lots and lots of government stuff here. So I think it said when I'm facing the fountain, I turn around and I go this way, right? It says I'm supposed to drop down. But I'm not supposed to drop down in this direction, am I? I definitely can't drop down that direction. That would be suicide. Does it mean that little spit of land, though, I wonder? I guess it doesn't matter which one I fall down. It just has to be one that actually works. Let's try this one. Yes, yes. I can actually see what I'm doing if I do this. There we go. And step down. Fall off. Oh, damn. And I'm out of sand. So transportation is difficult because because of the fact that everybody has to live here. I didn't realize until we moved here, because I had heard that, oh yeah, well, you can always take the ferry and the ferry's cheap. The ferry's not cheap anymore. The ferry apparently used to be cheap back in the day. It's you know, $15 if you want to ride it, so that's not so bad if you want to go to Victoria. But you put a vehicle on there, and the next thing you know, you're paying another $50 for a vehicle. So to have two people go down, nice, we did it. Well done, chat. Thank you for the hints. I appreciate that. How the hell do I get off of here? Oh no. Oh no. All right. Nope. So what are we at now? 39, 40? Crap. To get back to Wirecast. There we go. Hold L3. So that's been what? 2 times, or has that been 3? Alright, I don't have to jump that again because all the little pieces of stuff came up. That's why I think it would be easier to come down this way, right? But every time I jump, it like... It's too short. Oh, it is 41. Okay. Let's just make a change to that then. And let's see if we can't just completely blow away Alex's count, because that would be so good. And I don't believe you can legally gamble on the ferries, because I think once you pass into international waters, you're technically in U.S. waters at that point. I don't really get how it works. Oh no, maybe it's just our protectorate, or the protected coastline. Then maybe that's how it's supposed to work. Let's stand down. Oh wow, that locks the camera, so I have to go this way. It knows what I'm doing. Okay. And that is probably, yeah, that is undoable. I can't jump that way. And so yeah, just kind of in a, oh, there's more down there. Excellent. How about we go down? There we go. Now, I bet you I can stand on that cloud. Oh, God. I mean, I'm closer. Maybe I can make that jump. It doesn't seem like that would be likely, but why the hell would they put all these other platforms down here if I wasn't supposed to use them, right? Ah. I say we jump. He doesn't think so. I don't care what you think. Jump. He was right. And retry. And we're at the big 42. I have to agree that if you're going to start changing some rules in there, there's probably a few rules in my game that are probably designed to be OP, perhaps. I mean, if you're really gonna base it on every time I die you drink, it's a good way to get hammered, I guess. And jump and jump and jump and slide and I'm down. Oh, now we're at 41. Fine. I will correct it for you guys. More than happy to do that. I mean, one of us has to be right, and I'd rather it be you if it's only going to be 41. Oh well. Somebody did a lookup actually on how much it costs, or how much it would cost if you were. It's like relative rates, I think it was, between BC Ferries, which is I guess like a privately operated public corporation now. I don't know how you would quite describe them. And them and Washington State Ferries. And Washington State Ferries is substantially cheaper and does way more ferry runs. And they're providing all the same service. So it just seems really... It just seems kind of like, why is it going to cost this much to let anybody get anywhere? like I'm down here, guys. I'm sure one of you's right about where I'm supposed to go next, but I feel like I'm not going to be able to make that jump. And with another platform all the way over there, I feel like that's probably where I should have ended up. Oh, that's the way back. Ah. Okay. Oh. You know, it's funny. Get a whole new perspective. Couldn't keep the jumps going. Couldn't keep the jumps going. Oh, Canadian geek. I'd only hate you if for being from Ontario if you thought that only Ontario was the only place in Canada. But that's clearly not the case. Whoa. Kind of fancy. Though I thought I got all of them, but I guess I did not. Alright, where is my... There's my little platform. Okay, let's do this properly. We do this, we do this, we do this, we do this. Feeling pretty cool. Drop. Okay. Now, as I suspected, after this, there we go. And then there's... Well, I'm over here now. That's kind of neat. I don't think I'm supposed to be over here. Let's turn around. Well, let's have a quick think. Think. I have never been to Newfoundland, Cornhorn, but I'd love to see the rest of the country. I'd love to go to Quebec. I'd like to actually spend some time in the Maritimes. I've been to the 4 western provinces, and that's it. I had an opportunity, or an opportunity was about to present itself that allowed me to go to, the Northwest Territories. Yeah, this is not a good place to be. Okay, well, I guess we're going down then. Go down or die. There must be a way for me to slide. But yeah, I never got to go to the Northwest Territories. It was for a lodge opening. They were gonna open a new Grand Lodge for the North, because in order to have a Grand Lodge in its own give a district its own Grand Lodge, you have to have 3 lodges that actually serve the same area. And Northwest Territories was always under the purview of Alberta, much like the Yukon is always under the purview of BC in a lot of cases, because it's just geographic areas work that way. And what they ended up going with, once they found their 3rd lodge, they were like, sweet, we can now open. And so they have to get Grand Lodge Alberta to go up and say, yes, we approve of this. And you almost always approve of that kind of thing, because it's really cool to have more people up in one area. And it's like, hey, if you guys can, run your own stuff, so much the better. That's good. So Right. Okay. So we're at 43 now. And some of my brethren are getting a thing together where they were going to try to get all of us to go up at the same time, but couldn't get it together. Apparently, I guess we were going to fly up because Edmonton, while it is reasonably far north, it is not so far north that it is close enough to. Whoa, that was cool. I used that as a prop. It was not close enough to the Northwest Territories to be able to actually drive it. So you fly up, and I'm like, that would have been so cool to actually go up and see what Yellowknife is like. Even in the winter, it would still be really cool to do it. Even though it would be like, temperatures start at -30, -35, and just go down from there. And of course, all you use in the Fahrenheit system, you know that we cross over at -40, so you know how cold. I guess if you haven't lived a -40 winter, you don't know how cold a -40 winter can be. Let me tell you, they're not. I jumped. Damn it. They're not the most fun in the world. I would prefer to not ever have to do one of those again. Generally, places that I lived, it wasn't -40 every day, but you'd get like a few days of it. I'm not a fan of, I don't mind the cold so much as I mind the snow, but I still mind the cold, so.
Any last human
I love how quickly that followed up. Any last words? Regroup! Regroup! Alright, we've done this before. Peter Pan my way down the sides of these things. And then we flop down there. Okay. Oh. 46 now, I'm being told. Okay, well, we'll wait until the next time I die, and then we will update it. So it's... Oh, shit. Never mind. It's funny, because every time I saw that thing on the wall, I was like, okay, that clearly looks like I'm... that must be a ladder that I need to get to, right? No such luck. Okay. Now I'm over here. Weird. I feel like I've just keep painting myself into more of a corner. We're at 45. I will adjust that while I consider my next move. So much damn strategy in this game. I don't know. I guess people who speedrun things don't just they don't just play the game for the first time and I should have waited on that. Here we go. Now it's 46 times. All right. Get that sword out. No, take your sword out.
Any last
I know, right? So I heard Alex basically blew away my death count last time, which is cool. I have a feeling I'm going to catch up and surpass that on this session, especially if I can't do a simple wall run to get an upgrade. I know, I need... Oh, hell! You're right. All those guys drop sand, don't they? And I never grab the sand. Or... Okay, never mind. Let's just go for a run. Pff, I seem to have warped through that successfully. Now... Okay, that's what I thought. Right. I'm going down the way I'm supposed to get back. It is not going to work. Office Edge, I appreciate the advice. I just wonder where I'm stuck now. Oh, I gotta work my way down from there. Is there a place to stand down there even? Alright, well, let's try this. Oh, there's a ledge. What a good idea. Look at that, guys. Little outcropping of wall, you were all right. And then all that stuff leads back in another direction. Now we go through here. Oh, good. Okay. It's all about timing, right? Whoa, those moved awfully fast. Shit. Don't mind, don't mind. It's all good. God. So yeah, so some boot follow-up. I ended up buying a pair of boots on eBay. They were in Colorado. Let's go over here. And they were really cheap to... Okay, that's worrying. They were really, really cheap to get shipped to Arizona. So that's where I had them shipped. And then I found out that apparently if you want to get anything shipped that's about 3 or 4 pounds or the size of these boots to Canada, it costs $41. Do I get a refill? Oh, I did. Look at that. And I forget how this works again. Does that mean that they also drop all the traps? Seems pretty quiet to me. Combat roll, combat roll, combat roll, combat roll. Who else remembers grade 9 gym? Okay, let's try not to die here because I totally need to not have to do this again. I could probably jump that. Let's have a look. Where am I? That's hardly helpful. Okay, well, nothing ventured, nothing gained. Next time, try to aim myself in one direction. Yeah, shipping is kerosene blast. Shipping is crazy, crazy. Okay. So $41. It's like, well, that's obviously not going to work. Now, I got shipped more than just boots. So technically, if I could ask my mom to cram everything into one box, then she could ship back everything else. I bought a waterbed heater. I have a waterbed because I'm stuck in the 1970s. I have a sweater that actually is much like this one, except it is in green, which I'll never be able to wear into the room, so you'll never get to see it. Congratulations. And what else did I buy? And I bought a copy of GoldenEye 007 for the Wii with the Wii Classic Controller in gold. Because I have a gold Zelda Wiimote, and maybe one day I'll get a gold nunchuck, though they keep selling for $90, so that'll never happen. So I got my upgrade, so now we twist this thing back. No, I like hats where his cat's a standing. Beej, I'll make it Beej's last name. All right. So now I can go this way, right? I should, G-Dragon56 has mentioned that I should wear active camo. Yeah, actually, last time I was on stream with co-piloting for Cam during a special bonus episode of a Swiftly Tilting Cameron. I wore my thermoptic camo then, which was, wow, I almost didn't make that. Man, I would just, if I was the prince, I would, no, I wouldn't. I would have died the first time and nothing else would have happened because it's real life. Really? Wow, he's good. I see they just fall to the ground. What's up here? Oh, look. New artwork acquired. Only took an hour to get the hit point upgrade. Yup, but that's why you watch Beej's backlog. Not because I can do anything well, just because I eventually get it done. I'll just go through here. I believe I totally saved before I started climbing into this thing. Pretty sure I saved. Yeah, we all saved. We all saved together. Yeah, sodium chloride. Oh, sodium chloride SA. Is that because... are you a goon? I'm going to guess that you probably are. But sodium chloride's got a good point. We have some of you guys might have heard of Point Roberts. And Point Roberts is a little outcropping. If you look on a map near Vancouver, there's a little outcropping that actually is technically in the United States. It's not part of Canada at all, but there's no other way to access it than to go through Canada. And it has become a very popular place to ship things to. That's good. Whoa. Wow, that just shot right out again. Alright. Well, whatever. And yeah, people use that location to ship stuff to all the time. There's actually like a school there, I think, too. Like a bunch of people do live on that little spit, and it's Point Roberts, Washington. Dock Cadence, yeah, it is essentially like the Cayman Islands of Canadian shipping. This is where you send stuff, and then you will basically go across the border. But because Victoria is the way that Victoria is, there's no good way to like we can't get over there. It's more expensive for us to go across to go take care of all that. So it ultimately doesn't make much of a difference. Like to take a ferry over to go pick up your stuff is going to cost you like 15 or whatever. I mean, if you're willing to spend the whole day doing it, then I guess you could do that. But yeah, there, Lord Hosk. There was an elementary school, but not a middle or a high school. And I believe Laserbeak's Fury asked, did I hear in an earlier cast that I was did Laserbeak Fury hear that I was interested in buying or playing the Prime trilogy? In a way, I am interested in playing the Prime trilogy on the Wii. I'm probably going to end up finishing Metroid Prime in front of all y'alls at some point. Sweet, that was cool. I like grabs like that. But what I will, I'd like to actually get the whole trilogy on the Wii, but I don't own it, and I've been trying to purchase a copy. And this person online that I keep communicating with, I send them a text like I sent them a text like once a day asking if they were interested, to which they would respond with, "Yeah, no, I'm totally interested." I'm like, "Good, would you ship it to Mesa?" And then nothing. So then I would text them back the next day and ask them about that. Like, hey, are you interested in shipping this? And they're like, yeah, no, totally interested. I'm like, great. How much to ship it to Mesa? Nothing. And that just continued. Sodium chloride. Yeah, you know, it makes sense to actually, I could just walk on, like, basically go on the ferry and then just pay again to return, like, immediately, and that's $30, and I don't have to dick around with it. But it's finding somebody that I know that lives in, that lives there that's willing to go make that trip, like, to go through the whole process. Oh, the box! I guess I could just die to go back. No, this is... I'm clearly kidding. Ah! All right, so who spit out their drink? That was probably a little needlessly complicated. Got the box. Doc Cadence. I have cousins that live in East Chandler, I believe. Sodium chloride. Oh, you have a copy of Prime Trilogy. Are you selling it or are you lending it? Because if you're selling it, we might be able to talk about that. If you are... All right, so that's clearly not the way that I do that. There's a thing down here. Sand? Sand. I can deal with that. Okay. There's no good way up here, and I can't corner jump. But if you are selling it, I may be interested. But yeah, Shark of the Day. I passed up on getting a copy of Metroid Prime Trilogy in the steel case for $60 at the retail store because I was all like, oh, I should buy that. This is an olds, and I'm like, there's probably not many people who are going to go in and buy this. Maybe I'll just wait because the video store was shutting down. And of course, somebody did go in and buy it, and I've been without one ever since. I own Corruption. I mean, it's not like I really need to. It's not like I really need to have a copy. I have Echoes. I have Corruption. I can totally make this work. Oh yes, Blue Magnus Stormcrow. Use sand to slow time. What a neat trick. Thank you for reminding me that I can do that. Let's just have a look at the... Nope, that's what you're supposed to do. That is your purpose. You're to get onto that thing. I can do that. That was cool. Hey, look, a fountain. Everybody drink. Use sand to slow time. Yeah, we're really going to have to go through all this artwork to Big Ivan. At some point, you know, having passed it, we're going to have to see all of it and then also see all the empty holes in it so that I can, so we can anguish about exactly how much that I end up missing. Okay, so I need a quick break. Thank you guys. It's like, this is probably a little piece of, like, we could have been through this so much faster if I actually was any decent at playing the damn game in the first place. So nobody subscribe while I'm gone, or everyone subscribe while I'm gone. That'd be lovely too. But in the meantime, I have to go do my thing in a place where they make you do it. We have one of those here. I will be back very, very soon. Let me just see if I can figure out how to do this again. Yes, and it is commercial time. See you in a bit. And we're back. Where's my controller? Awesome. I'll just move this. And so we don't have to update the count anymore. Do we? I don't think I died recently. That's how you do it.
Oh, okay.
So I'm just going to move this back so there's some more room to see what's going on. Oh, Lee Benningfield. Yeah, fill this X with Y comes with fill this man with cream. They had to come up with. That's actually funny. That was my first real video. I was in a Commodore Hustle before that, but my first like real, I'm starring in a video thing. And they need to do like a reality show. So what happened was they're just trying to dream up some good names for shows. This is a really pretty area.
So Babylon is not the only place to discover the
Wonders of hanging gardens. However, ours is not sanctuary to monsters.
Sanctuary to monsters.
Yeah, this is actually quite nice. I guess they decided they didn't want to go with all.
Stop it before he gets any further!
Okay. Oh wow. They learned how to guard.
You aren't worth my time.
It was a mistake for you to come here.
Oh, I see.
Is that the best you have to offer?
Well, well. Let's pick on the guy who's almost dead. Wow, he is not quite dead.
You aren't worth my
I have to agree, they did make the combat a lot better in this game. There we go. But yeah, so they needed some ideas for reality shows, and they thought one good one would be Fill This Man with Cream. And I think Kathleen really just liked how it sounded, which is why she held on to it for so long as a thing.
I grow tired of this.
Because it's really Kathleen that helped it live as long as it has. These guys have wicked swords? Yes, it's from the Crazy One. Thank you, Arclight Dynamo. Doopity doopity doop. Life upgrade in this area. Saint Nex is pointing that out. Interesting that... Oh, there's some fancy stuff here. Bet you all this stuff does something. You know what's funny is I remember turning the music off, and because it's on, it makes me think that there's actually something else going on. Can I drink? Oh, I can drink. You know what this means, everybody? Drinky! Heather is just reminding me of a game that, is that statue topless? It appears to be. Okay. Ian and I came up with a game a long, long time ago. That the name of the game was Drinky, and the way the game works is somebody says Drinky, and then everybody takes a drink. I'm not sure how you win the game exactly. Actually, I think we were both kind of sure how the game was won. Is I believe you drink, and as long as everybody keeps saying drinky, you just keep drinking. Are there lots of birds?
Weeping is one for this what you're supposed to do.
Shadows and red uniformed guards are simply avoiding them. Walk to the left in the direction from where you entered the garden to find a place where the fence doesn't exist. Drop down from there and make your way to the right side. I like this whole little water thing we got going on here. This cute little water feature.
No, I agree. You win by being the last to pass out.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay. Walk to the left and from where you enter the garden. Find a place with fences and just drive down from there to make your way to the right side. I saw a ladder. Oh, hey. New artwork unlocked. He's not hurting me. Maybe I can just take a familiar. Or not. Just kill things. The fence doesn't exist. Drive down from there and make your way to the right side. By climbing ledges, running to make your way to the doorway across the gap. Where the fence doesn't exist. I feel like I've missed it. The fence doesn't exist. That's awfully bright. Oh, I see. If you rotate this thing somehow, I bet you she pours things into different areas, and therefore these will fill up in different ways. That seems awfully convenient. Oh, they do attack. Here I was thinking I could just not worry about them. There we go. Pretty sneaky, sis. Okay. Where the fence doesn't exist. I would assume I'm in the right area just to begin with, but... Ah, yes. Standing in water. Everybody drink. Because you can. Ah, that was dumb. Not what I wanted to do at all. This way. And poof, they become bedding. I just feel like I'm in the wrong area. Like, and what if I turn around the other way? Same thing. Oh, there we go. So I'm guessing I killed everything, because the music finally stopped. Okay, let's cover what happened again. Ooh, somebody's watching Silver Spoon. That's good news. And there's a Bodacious Space Pirates movie coming out, I think, so far. Pretty soon, rather. Let me see. Get into the garden. Make your way up to where you'll fight shadows and uniformed guards. After killing them, simply avoiding them, walk to the left in the direction from where you entered the garden. To find a place where the fence doesn't exist, drop down from there and make your way to the right side by climbing ledges. Walk to the left in the direction that you came in from. I came in from there. Find a place where the fence doesn't exist. Is that what I don't get into that, do I? Weird. I like this design. This is kind of cool. I have a little ledge I can walk on, but I can't hang on the side of that thing, so it's just there. And then I'm just on the edge of a thing. I feel like this is a way I get back from somewhere. It would have to be. There's nowhere else that I think I can go from there. Alright. Doesn't help. And then we have a box. Alright. I'm going to just scroll down again because I'm missing what a lot of you guys are saying. I think I've actually only read a bit of the manga of Sakura Trick. We haven't watched the series yet. Generally, almost everything that we watch at home, I keep saying we because it's my wife and I. So Heather and I, basically, I will pick stuff out. She will pick a couple things out when we go over the whatever's been released. And made a skylight mistake. Okay, thanks, Blue Magnus. Okay, we're just going to continue on then. So we tend to go over stuff ourselves, or rather, read the things and try to determine, okay, where would be a good place? Like, should we... I guess I don't go through there. Are we watching this time? Are we not watching this time? Sometimes it's resulted in, boy, that sounds like a really interesting concept. Let's watch it. And then we watch it and find out it's garbage. Or we will miss out on something, and then I will have to go to ADTRW and find out from people saying, yeah, this is fantastic. One of those was God's Notebook, which was really good. It was pretty well realized, I felt. It was quite interesting. So how do I turn you, or do I turn you at all?
Maybe you drink from her.
Oh, maybe I do. Could be interesting. But, yeah, like we did that also with Hyoka. I don't think I can. Yeah, I can't drink. Okay. Did that with Hyoka. That was a thing. Dandin Storm 12. I am just playing Prince of Persia right now and talking about anime, because that's my jam. Yeah, Bodacious Space Pirates I thought was really good. I thought they crammed... It's one of those, like, high school girls in space things, which is, you know... It's one of those many high school girls in space things that's out there. And yet, I would say it and Stelvia of the Universe are probably two of the better ones that I've seen in a long time, where they actually managed to cram a lot of story into the series and make it somewhat interesting. Like, it doesn't really matter to me exactly how bullshit the science might end up being ultimately, as long as the universe stays internally consistent. And I felt like the universe stayed internally consistent in both of those cases. You know, sometimes it's just utter BS. You're like, okay, I can't really watch this anymore. Like, Blue Magnus, yes, I get that it's in a further area. I am having a problem in that I'm not sure how to proceed in a further here, so I'm just exploring to try to acquaint myself with what actually is in the area. So sorry if it seems like I'm wandering around, guys. If I'm just dicking around, I promise you I'm not dicking around. I'm literally trying to find my way out of this huge room. There's a big door, but that did not help me. Cool. That did not help me figure out where to go from here. And I really feel like this is a water puzzle. Like, I need to be pushing something. I can run up the sides of her. Doc Cadence, I was a big fan of Princess Nine because Heather introduced me to it, and I was like, I shouldn't say big fan, but I am a fan of Princess Nine. I thought it was very good. And Wild Bolt, Heat Guy J was fantastic, and everyone missed out on it. And if you got a chance to see it, then good, because I was another show where it's like this all stays internally consistent. Oh my God, where am I going to go to get out of here? Arclight Dynamo, it's hard I think for anybody to say what kind of anime you should watch unless they have a good sense of, for one thing, what you're willing to put up with. Yeah, it's not going to work. Madoka Magica, Haunted Technician. We watched that. I really enjoyed it. I thought it was quite good, and I especially love that the story did not want to pull any punches. Urobuchi again knew exactly what he wanted to do with that. That's pretty much clear, because you don't make some of the choices that you make in a show like that without being like, no, this is exactly what I want to have happen. And I certainly was surprised and impressed by the direction that it went in. And I also don't think that there need to be any more of it. Like, after 13 episodes, I thought that was sufficient. So that's something. Are there buttons? Am I missing some buttons? See, there's that thing, right? And I've tried running up that over and over. I don't think that's it. I'm just sorry, I'm standing still, guys, but I'm just I'm trying to catch up on everything that you're saying. I agree with Kaku Epsilon. If you're trying to get into anime, try not to pick anything right off the bat that has more than 13 episodes. And I don't know if your tastes run more towards that you would like to watch something dramatic, or you'd like to watch a love story, or you'd like to watch something that's more epic in scope. You'd like to watch something that is like a space opera that has 1,000 different characters, in which case you could watch Legend of Galactic Heroes for that, which I still have not finished watching. Or if you want something light, depends on if you want to watch something that's, Kitty Kibitzer, Sailor Moon is actually not a bad thing to watch if you want to get a sense of anime. Certainly, I don't think, because it's what I started on.
You can wait for the reboot though.
Yeah, you'd wait for the reboot coming out because it's probably going to be a little tighter, is the hope. It'll be a little more manga-like. Yeah, anything in the top, like the Naruto One Piece and Bleach thing. Krieger sounds absolutely right. If you're trying to get into anime, don't try by starting with those. I think I think those are great if you've watched a little bit. If you're kind of like, I want to see something that's shown in fighting all the time. There's this. There's that ladder. All right, we're out of here. Whoa, what the hell is that? That was a good move all around, I think. I still got my mace. I'll hang on to that for a bit. Yeah, I think Cowboy Bebop's just a great way to start out, because the music will be more accessible to a Western audience, and it's good. and the stories are accessible. It's episodic, so even if you put it down in the middle of the series, you know, and then come pick it up again, you don't have to remember anything about it itself. You just have to remember, and that must be the shadow I was supposed to fight. You just have to remember, you know, like who the characters are, which is not hard to get a grasp on. You know, I've heard people mention Trigun. It's funny because these are all things that I've grown up with, like, or I shouldn't say grown up with, but they're things that I discovered during the anime heyday that was like the early 2000s. So what's up?
Lancer, do not actually start with Evangelion.
Yeah, he's screwing with you. Evangelion's great. It's a good series.
I wouldn't start with it as an anime, though.
No,
I've never seen anime
I
before.
wouldn't either.
That's harsh.
Yeah, it's very hard doing that to yourself. I think that'd be like trying to start by watching with Gundam, any Gundam. Well, some people will say Gundam Wing is not a bad way to go. I would say that I would probably be one of the few people who'd be like, Gundam Wing is probably not your a good starting point if you want to get started on Gundam. Dot Cadence, yeah, Ghost in the Shell standalone complex. And then also, to a lesser degree, Ghost in the Shell Arise, which just started up right now. Where am I gonna have to jump to do this? Am I going up? Oh. Okay, so that's only accessible from up there. So it is a run, and I think this is a run problem. Oh, can I do it in 7 seconds? Yes! But yeah, Standalone Complex is good. Standalone Complex is 26 episodes long, but it is also, like, it looks really pretty. I think the universe is very, very consistent. And if you've watched the movies, but you don't remember the movies, that's fine too, because you don't really have to. Let's, oh, I'm lined up perfectly. Good. Okay. It's fine because you don't really have to remember the movies that well, I don't think. But at least to give you a little bit of a flavor of what's going on. But Standalone Complex has some great action. It's also can have a lot of political intrigue, and there could be a lot of reading going on. If you're watching subtitled versions. Whoa, that was dumb. That was not buffering, that was me destroying a dude with my mace. Yeah. Shozni is right. Madoka works better if you've actually watched some Magical Girl series. I mean, Sailor Moon can be a good way to do it, but I think it's a lot more fun to have seen things like Cardcaptor Sakura and seen Kaito Saint Tail if you want to go a little bit further back, or Pretty Cure, any of those kind of things, just to get a sense of how that the tropes work. Some just normal doors that I can't get through. All right. Okay, and I bet you I can't. Oh, let's just try it. Okay, he will grab it. That's good. It looked like that overhang was just way too big, like I wasn't going to be able to deal with it. Is this where I came in? This certainly seems like it's where I came in, didn't it?
Beej, subtitles, English subs. English or dubs?
Oh, subs all the way. And I know voice actors. Met a lot, friends with some. Still, I'm gonna have to say the best Pretty Cure is the original Pretty Cure in English dub, with my good friend Will Wood as playing Ferguson, who is one of the two heartthrobs of the series. So there's that.
And the only episode you've ever seen.
The only episode I've ever seen. It's funny because when we watch it, it's like when you hear him talk, you're just blown away by the fact that, oh yeah, I know that's him. I can hear him. He's saying, I know he's playing a character, but I can hear all of Will's voice inside that character. It's really cool. Oh, Dahaka time. Sorry guys, I'm going to have to probably ignore you for a bit because I bet you that's what's coming.
What's a Dahaka?
Oh, right. You don't know about this. So there is this Guardian of Time who is invincible, and he can warp time to kind of catch me. And he's been chasing me around and stuff because I've been evading. I've been evading his grasp. And I bet you this is a speed segment where I try to light this up. There we go. Is there a tick, tick, tick? Oops.
Someone says there's a light.
Pay for this transgression.
How did this happen?
Oh, I thought that would have done him. Oh well. Fool me. Somebody hit Sid Witch?
They're screaming about health upgrades, life upgrades.
In this area, thank you guys. Okay. So,
And I agree with Doc Cadence about you can get good localization, good voice acting that makes anime better.
Mhm.
Slayer's really my favorite for that.
no, you're right. Slayer's had, is my understanding, because I think you showed me an episode or two of it, didn't you, Doug? And I was like, yeah, that's passable.
It's better dubbed, I think.
Yeah. My Neighbor Totoro, the original, I believe it was the Fox dub, is stellar in English. But I will still prefer to watch everything in Japanese, just because I also really like the language.
I have faced far worse than the likes of you.
Whoa.
I grow tired of this.
Whoa.
Death becomes you. This is too easy.
That easy. Okay, let's try this. Try not to die this time. Why did I jump off of him to attack?
You will pay for this transgression.
Oh, that's good. Keep hitting him. Okay, so we know there's a life upgrade here. I will not forget about it, I promise. Just want to wipe a few more guys out. Whoa, okay. Oh, hey. Gotta take care of that. Well, I got that. But let's see if we can pick up the axe soon. Wait. I didn't kill all of them. Alright. I guess I did kill all of them. Okay, life upgrade time. Where am I going? It's funny how many people that when they'll ask me, you know, so what do you think I should watch if I haven't seen anything? It's sometimes just easiest to say things like, yeah, just Cowboy Bebop. So I got that, and life upgrade after shadows. So it's like you get into the garden. If I remember correctly, it's like turn left. Then you'll see a place where the fence is broken. My memory's working pretty good here. Then I'll come over to here. I'm supposed to drop down, right? These are the ledges. And I go this way. I drop down again. I drop down again. And I run across the wall to that side. I believe I go through this because that would make sense. And it must be like nothing but trap central around here. That's helpful. Okay. It's probably also other ledges. Huh. Okay, we'll go down. Sodium chloride, that's awesome of you. Thank you. I'll have to work on we'll have to talk about price or whatever once I have a brief moment in the stream. I guess I'm just down. All right. Y'all down for this? I think I can make that. If not, I have no sand left, so this is clearly a good idea.
Do it. Do it, do it, do it, do it.
Okay, so he told me I shouldn't, but when has that ever stopped us from doing something super stupid? There's my sand. More sand. Lovely. Ah, okay, early drink. Underscore. Cowboy Bebop is not that one where the girl's the AI. You're thinking of Halo. I'm joking, of course. You're thinking of Outlaw Star, which I was having a talk with Takahata 101. He loves Outlaw Star. And I was like, oh yeah, no, I liked it too. And then as I talked to him, I realized that no, he really loves Outlaw Star. That he remembers way more about that series than I do. Because I remember hardly any of it. But it did make me think that at some point I should go back and rewatch it. Because, oh, hello. I feel like I could roll through that. I could beat Mike Tyson. Maybe that's a leap. Oh, let's find out. I did it that way, so that must have worked. I think this is a roll and a leap too. Oh, okay. Because everything still looks pretty. And more traps. Oh dear. Well, we know good times couldn't last forever, right? This is a long... Oh, okay. And then I die right when I touch it. Thanks, guys. Oh, Doc Cadence. Yeah, let me see. To pick their brains. And the funny thing about that is that everybody that I know that's gotten into doing voice acting like that I've known that have gotten into doing it, they started by doing amateur voice acting. So to talk to any guys that I know, they may just end up pointing you towards that. Talking to somebody who like going online and seeing if you can get listed to do amateur voice acting to kind of start with. It also helps if you're and everything disappears. Neat. It also helps if you're in a town that has access to some voice recording studios to begin with. Trying to think of, I mean, while I could put you in touch with people, I think the other problem with it too is it would be essentially like talking to somebody to say, hey, I want to get into this business that there's not a lot of work in, so I would essentially be one of your competitors. Would you mind helping me out with that? I don't know of the people that I do know if they'd be willing to do it, but I mean, you could talk to Will Wood. Like, go to our website, Snap to Chaos Theater's website. That's for my improv troupe. So you go to snaptochaos.com. I think you can get his email address from there. He's also on Twitter, Will J. Wood.
He's Will J. Wood on everything.
Yeah, so yeah, I think willjwood@gmail.com would get his, that would be an email address for him. In fact, let's come back. And I think I'll just leap to this. So I would say you could contact him and ask him about it. So yeah, there you go. I guess I answered in the affirmative. You can totally do that. He may not have very good news for you about what's available, but... And all the other guys I know as kind of like acquaintances and stuff like that anyway, that while I could totally, you know, give you their names and stuff, it's best just to go check on their websites. Like I know that Mike Dobson, he runs a thing out of his home where he I think and he teaches and stuff too. So he's
There's Kyle Later as well.
Kyle Later.
Voice acting lessons over Skype and stuff.
That's right. Yeah, exactly. Completely forgot that Kyle does all that stuff.
Run while you still can.
He's just yelling a whole bunch of stuff at me, and I can't really hear most of it. Oh, you suck. Okay, so he went over here. Where is he? Sorry that I'm not being very chatty at the moment, guys. I just really wanted to finish him off. And I am out of... I do not have second weapons, so I'm going to go pick up a weapon. Where are they all? Okay, well let's bust apart. Because that's good news. And weapons. I think they all disappeared. which doesn't make a lick of sense because there's a dagger. It may end up being a hobby. What with the whole medicine thing? I'm gonna get bored of, you know, saving lives and helping the infirm. You know, I might do some cartoons. I mean, to be serious, but like, I have a day job as well, and this is my night job, clearly done at night. So I get you. I feel you on that. Right. So. Let's get a sense of where we are in this place. That's me looking down, or it's looking down on me. Oh god, this is too confusing. Okay. Let's run back into the center where I can see myself, and let's have a look at this. Okay, so I have to go over here, because that's a switch. Oh, not Mike Dawson, Mike Dobson. Mike and Paul are all voice actors. They're all three of them brothers, and they all happen to get into voice acting as well. Very cool guys. Really chill. No, get down. Jump down. I hit the wrong button, so stop. There we go. Very, very nice guys. If you see them at events, you know, they do a fair bit of events and stuff. And there are panels at anime cons. I mean, you can ask these guys about it, and the problem is that you will always get the same answer.
You might need to spell the name.
Yeah, Dobson, D-O-B-S-O-N, Dobson. And we're all caught up in the chat so far, I think, so that's good news. Because I got my life upgrade, I bet you there's nothing else weird that I need to get at the moment, so I'm just going to keep going in this direction. Oh yeah, that looks totally safe. Hey, guess what that's a fall to? Your doom. Well, at least, you know, if I'm going to fall on one side or the other, but I bet you if I fell off of that, I'd have just ate it. Like, that would have been like, oh no, you're dead now. Like, really? But I fell like about 10 feet on my back into grass. And I flip. I bet you I can't go any further than that, can I? Yeah, there we go. Maybe I could. I don't know. I wasn't really watching. Stand up. And then just leap 40 feet in the air. God, I'm up high.
Everyone keeps calling me Mrs. Beej.
I can make them stop that. I have that kind of power.
No, you don't.
No, I don't.
Stop the chat from doing shit.
Can't stop. As I learned during Desert Bus, I can't stop anybody from doing anything ever. That's why I was an excellent event manager. I feel like that's a thing I should be able to grab and not just a glitch in the wall, but... I mean, I'm up here now. Just jump a few times.
Do they think your last name is Beej?
No, some people have pointed it out. People have... There we go, Heather Beej. I have not read or watched any fairy tale.
Fairy tale. Is that the one with the animals who keep dying and then they show up to guard the guy?
I think so. I can't remember.
That show's terrible.
Yeah, okay. So you're not into it. Tenshi na Shippu, I think is what it... Or Tenshi no Shippu. I can't remember.
I thought
You
it
know,
could be seen from
I
here.
think I need to go over there.
Oh, I like Lady Beej. I'm okay with that.
Lady Beej. Oh, that... No, wait. That's not right. That can't...
I think Beej has to stab the line in the wall. Beej beach or something. I think it's a rope.
That's a.
Can you reach the rope?
That's a super. Well, nothing ventured, nothing gained. That's what it is. The question is.
You look silly doing that.
Thank you. Well, the camera's faced me this direction, so I think the idea is that I have to. Like, he's getting a really good swing going here. I think I have to do this.
Don't sneeze. You
Whoa.
have to burn the rope?
Yeah. I hate when the controls do that.
Wait, does it automatically change camera angle?
Yeah, it does. It's not me doing that. You have to burn the rope as a very simple game where that's the exact things you have to do. Dix is saying hi to you.
I like Dix. I follow him on Twitter. Hi, Dix.
Whoa, okay, I wasted a sand. That was stupid. Okay. Head in the game.
You aren't worth my time.
No, I'd say he's totally worth my time. Is this the Raven guy that I fought before? That's it?
What, now you're angry that you made it through?
No, not really. I just... Alright. It's a trick. Get an axe. That seems very closed. I see. Welp. Let's have a look. Oh, yes. Again,
You'll need to try harder if you hope to best me.
Yeah, I'd asked Heather if she could come by and help and co-pilot. Well, not specifically the co-pilot, but I did ask if she'd be willing to come by and hang out tonight. We are going to go out after this, too.
There's a game-ending glitch at the end.
Of this game?
It says, I hope Beej doesn't get the game-ending glitch at the end.
Oh, this is how I tilt. This is a pressure pad, isn't it? The moment I step off of this, I bet you I cannot keep going. And do I go fight that dude, or do I go through my... That looks like an actual bridge. Alright, well, let's go this way.
Next.
Good. Takes care of him for the time being. There's a portal, only sometimes doesn't work.
Only fix to start the entire game over and hope it doesn't happen again.
So, does it make sense to... I bet you I pull this, and then... see that bar there?
Yeah.
That's going to be a switch. So when I pull that thing down, I have every feeling that that bridge flops together. If I go stand on that and run across the other side, then I guess I can like go off the edge and do whatever it is I need to do on the other side of that thing. And already I have one person saying that, yeah, that's pretty much what you have to do. Okay, so then we...
Oh,
See?
I have to give people permission to use my first name. Yeah, you can do that. There,
Works
permission
for you?
granted. Done.
Oh. Oh, I see. Hey guys, it's a block pushing puzzle. That's a metal block on stone, you can tell from the sound. Jesus. That just strikes me as super lazy. But
I have to look
whatever.
up what fairy tales about again, just to make sure.
Yep, not falling down that way, I bet. Can't keep going.
Was I supposed to bring you a solid brick of caramel? I'm not sure what that reference is about.
I don't think so.
Okay, good.
I can't remember.
Oh, no, I have not seen Fairy Tale. This is something else. From what I was thinking.
Alright, so I'm gonna guess that I drop again, drop again.
What was this
Oh,
show?
that makes sense. It wasn't Happy World, was it?
Oh no, Happy World's awful, but there's that one that was like, there's 12 animals representative of the zodiac.
But it's not
but
Fruits Basket.
They're all girls, and it's a harem show.
It looks like even I don't speak my faith.
The guy's pets that he loved bad, but they kept dying from stupid things like the fish drowned, and bird couldn't fly properly and
Got
died.
your slightly more wickeder scimitar.
And then they gave him back massages or something. It was really awful. I can't remember the name of it though. It was like, I thought
They gave him back massages or something.
No, like 10 episodes of them being like, yay, let's go shopping and give him back massages. And then 2 episodes where the 4 gods of the different directions show up, there's maybe a fight, and then everybody's friends at the end.
I made a sand slide. That's all water. Oh, then those come out of the ground. That makes sense.
Oh, Kim brought Alex a block of caramel.
Ah. Yep.
Do
No.
you want caramel?
No, it's okay.
Okay.
Did I just make myself a slip and slide? Because I think I did. This is badass. Now I bet you, because I will die if I playing in the water. I have to go this way. See, a lot of people hate on harem anime, and
It's only because there's a lot of Drek.
there's a lot of awful Drek, because it's really easy to do really Drek. Like, just it's so simple to be like, so then this dude does this, and isn't that hot? And like, yeah, I don't really care about him and these 6 women.
Yeah, Miles Sema, the McDonald's one.
What's that?
The guy who works at McDonald's from the fantasy world.
Oh, Hataraku Mao-sama.
I like that one.
Yeah, that was
fun.
really good. Apparently the manga's good too. I just spent I
Yeah,
just spent
Angel's
most
Tales. That's what it was. That was what the crappy one was.
I spent most of my day actually on ADTRW reading the convinced me to read a manga with just 1 page. I'm not anywhere that I can fall and die, or fall and not die. I think my head's not even facing that direction.
Is Oh My Goddess really a harem anime?
Technically qualifies as a harem anime, yes.
Oh, okay.
And back we go. Which sucks, because Oh My Goddess is really good. I think it's spectacular, because it's not about him having to fall in love with Erd or Skuld or Peorth or any Mara or any of them, right? Like, that's not what it's about. It's about putting women into his situation to screw up his true love path with Beldandy, and yet, it all works out because that's the whole point. And they're just there to like make things awkward and to screw with him a bit. I don't think it's ever really there that you're supposed to suspect that he's ever not going to get together with Beldandy. But I just read the 300th chapter of Oh My Goddess, and it got really, really weird. Like,
Why, did they finally kiss?
no, they go to hell,
Oh, that.
and then they have to. I just choked on my water. Press artichoke. Good. I will eventually be okay. Go to the bottom of the rope and drop. All right, whatever.
Do you want a drink?
Good job.
You want a drink?
I have a drink.
Just take a drink.
I'll take another drink. When choking on water, your best course of action when going through hell is to keep going. Yep. You know what would be it? G.R. Griffin. It would be sad if I died on stream. What would be even sadder is if I died on stream and my wife couldn't do anything about it. So at least she's here to take care of me.
If you died on stream and I can't pick up a phone?
No, you could totally pick up a phone. I'm just saying it would be awful if you know what happened is that it was like, oh, and then she just let me die, which would be terrible. Don't ever let that happen. Thanks, Doc. I'll be sure to swallow water with my esophagus from now on. Oh, everybody drink. Not me this time.
Health Shield. Actually, I have been in a couple of LRR videos.
Yeah.
I've been in, what, that one about the multiple relationships?
Yeah. The, when, Graham is in an open relationship with, like, or Graham's character, rather, is in an open relationship with 10 other people, and you were one of the ones, you had a line even, that was cool.
Yeah, I actually spoke in that one.
And you were also in The Couch?
I
wasn't in The Couch.
I was at the end of The Couch.
That was Our House.
And I've been in, what's that thing they do with the jokes all in the middle? I fled from the guy trying to sell me
a rapid fire
pads in his jacket.
Yes, that was awful.
Oh, that's right. I was also in the story of Beej.
That's right. You were there at the very end.
About that.
Stealth. Oh, that was good. I like that. I could do that all day. Not gonna. Story of Beej was a lot of fun because at some point I'd come up with a I'm not sure who, I don't even know, maybe it wasn't even me, but one of us had this idea that it would be super, super funny to do the entire opening sequence where it's just me, because essentially it's this Commodore Hustle side story, but it's only about me, which never happens. So it's like, why don't we just do the entire opening sequence like that? And Graham was like on board pretty much immediately, but of course the problem was going to be having to make it all work. So I'm glad we were able to make it work.
Man, I actually did not make the TARDIS blanket at the most recent Desert Bus. I made the Karibo shoe blanket.
That totally looks like a thing I could just fall onto, but I bet you I can't. I have to, though. Like, what else am I gonna do?
Fall? Defy gravity?
Well, I mean... Okay, I have no more sand. If I die, we go back a bit.
If an enemy is walking away like that, you can usually do a charge throw to one-shot.
Oh, a good point.
Go back, hang off the ledge.
I can do that. Oh, I see. That's actually very straightforward.
Around the corner, drop, slide,
yep.
the banner. That makes sense.
I saw the banner and I was like, oh yeah, I probably have to use that banner, but how the hell do I get over there? There it is. Okay, now we have a lot of these things, and not all of them have... This one has a thing on it. So I bet you I'm diverting water. Ooh, I jumped off him. Filling up some sand. Let's get all of those dudes if there's any left. Okay, so I probably have to fill up both of them. Oh yeah, might want to save now.
It's always
idea.
good.
Good
It's
idea.
been a while since you've died, so you
Yeah.
might want to.
That's what this game needs, is a little fairy that just sits in your ear and tells you that.
You haven't died for over half hour.
Yeah.
New record. Dear Dr. Beej, there's a whole bunch of pots of sand over in the corner.
Thank you, Admiral Memo. Much appreciated. Not this corner, I don't think. I think it's
Oh,
on
no.
this side, isn't it? Completely forgot about that.
Yep.
I only have 3 spots for sand, but well, I guess I get more as the game goes on. So, I can see the water through there, and currently it goes in this direction. I wonder what would happen if it went through this direction. There we go. Seems like a pretty simple valve. Oop, keep going. I bet you this is one of these things that if there was a what do you call it? Oh, and then nothing happens because we only have water on one side. I bet you if I put these in like some other random order, that I would unlock some secret door somewhere, and I'd get like a really wicked unusual sword or something like that. I just have this feeling like, because I do remember whoever it was I was talking to had said that they did put some bonus weapons in this game. So Heather did something very nice for me for Christmas. He did. You bought me a copy of Earthbound.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah. And I totally need to play. We played a little of that the other day. I managed to sit down and play through just the very opening sequence of it. But I also get the sense, like from playing it, that if Kathleen and I discussed this, that like it would be really cool to be able to come in here and play Earthbound, and it is in my backlog, but she hasn't played it either, and her thing is JRPGs, and she'd like to play it. And we came to a solution that what I would try to do is when I get through some more games, if I really do feel like sitting down and playing an RPG, that I would play Mother 1 or Earthbound 0. Then I tried playing Earthbound 0, and good God, like it is not okay. Like I haven't played the NES in a while, but holy Jesus, like, so I was I don't know why I have to be up here. I don't really, but I just thought I'd come and see what went on. So yeah, that game is pretty rough. And I decided if I do end up wanting to play it at some point, maybe I divert some of that water back into these pools. Would that be a cool thing to do? Yes, well that's the thing. Mother 3 is also out, and it's Game Boy Advance, but Mother 1 and 2 also got a Game Boy Advance release. And I'm sure Starman.net at some point has done fan translations of all of 1 and 3. And therefore, that will be what I will end up playing, I'm sure, at some point. But I really do just want to play Earthbound at home, just because then we don't have to double it up on the stream. But also because it would be, I don't know, I think it would be nice to be able to go home and pick up my Wii U gamepad and sit down and play something, and just kind of immerse myself in that experience. And then if after that it's like, well, then I'll play the other ones on stream. But then it also has to depend on how much I want to churn an RPG, because I would much rather get through a game. You're seeing how much of a hard time I'm having with this game to begin with. I'd rather go through a game that it's a little easier for me to churn through than otherwise. So I'm glad somebody mentioned Nichijou. I would totally not recommend Nichijou to anybody brand new to anime ever, and I would only really recommend it if you are... Hey Prince, sup dude? I would only ever really recommend it if you were like into really surreal humor.
Well, they recommended it if you liked Azumanga Daioh,
which is
very fair, because you should like Nichijou if you liked Azumanga Daioh.
Well...
No, shut up. You should like Nichijou. End of story.
Something is clearly wrong with you if you don't, is what you're saying?
No, something's wrong with you if you don't.
Oh, I made it to an area. Oh, Ebichu. Jesus, that takes me back. Oh, congratulations on your A, Parish. I never saw the original Metropolis. And I watched the other one in theaters and thought it was really it was interesting, but also I didn't really totally get it. Like I mean I got it, I got the sense of it, but I mean if all it was is basically let's reimagine how the original Metropolis would have worked, I think I have to watch the original Metropolis to I don't know if there's much subtext to it. Maybe there isn't, because it was a movie made in the 1920s and it was kind of like, or the 1910s, it was just like when they were starting doing that. Did I miss something that I was supposed to have done? Was I supposed to have dicked around with that weird water thing and push them back into the center or something? Because I really feel like I have. Like I should go back and do that. Oh, we're going to do this again. Okay. Nope. Oh, really? Love Cromartie High School. Bought that on DVD. I have so much, we have so much DVDs of like collectible stuff. All the art boxes and stuff. Actually, Heather did very well for me on one birthday that I had, where not only did she manage to find me all three of the tin art boxes for the original Full Metal Alchemist, because I was missing the black one, and she had to end up buying the almost the entire set just in order to get me the black one.
Half of it.
Half the set just in order to get me the black one. But then she got me an empty box. There's all the sand. She got me an empty Cowboy Bebop Perfect Sessions art box. Now, of course, those didn't come empty, right? Those came with the set inside them. So I'm like, this is really cool, but what is it? And because I knew what it was, and I'm like, these are limited edition. They're very hard to come by. Like, people are selling these for $200, $300, and I flip it over, and there's nothing on the other side of it. Like, there's like the Bandai logos are there, everything else, but the number that they stamp in the side is not there. And I thought, okay, so this could be somebody, like this could be a Chinese knockoff, but I've never seen them on the internet ever. This could be one that missed the stamp, and I thought, well, that seems weird in itself. And then I thought to myself, I'm like, you know what this probably is? This is an art mock-up. That's why it never had DVDs in it, I'm sure. Because she said you bought it empty, right?
Yeah, it was completely empty.
So
it was sealed.
But it was sealed, right? It's a box that's sealed that had no DVDs in it. And so I thought the only thing this could be at this point is an original art mock-up of the actual like of Cowboy Bebop box, because I can't think of what else it would be.
Well, the person I bought it from speculated that it might have been
Exactly.
so that the store wouldn't. But
Yeah.
I don't know if they would have done that or not.
Breath of Fate. I can do a strong ground attack, hurting several enemies simultaneously. While blocking with R, press and hold L to launch the Breath of Fate power. Alright, there's all of Fates now, aren't they? Okay. That'll be good, because regularly get surrounded by stuff.
But I mean, I was able to get it for a decent price because no one could confirm whether or not it was legitimate.
Yeah.
So.
And at this point, I didn't really care because, as far as I was concerned, you know, whether this is a real thing or a fake thing, it doesn't matter because it's still really cool to have it sitting on my shelf. But what also I thought was really just cool about it is that if this is like an art prototype, or if it's if it was something that's supposed to sit in a store and never get sold, it's something that didn't end up with the limited edition number on it. So that means there could either be thousands of these out there, or there could be like none of these out there. Oh, that one-shot thing really helps. All right, can't press Y because I don't have a weapon. Now I have 2 swords. Ho ho ho. Oh my god, somebody started with kite, or a kaito as it is in Japan. Oh, Jesus.
Some people started with Elven Lied.
Yeah, oh, Jesus.
And that's fairly brutal from what I understand.
No, it's super brutal. Whoever is, and who people are mentioning in here exactly, that is super brutal. They hear about that, oh yeah, this thing's really good, but it's like, yeah, but it's good in the sense that you have to have kind of been exposed to a lot of this to understand. Well, I lucked out there, didn't I? You have to kind of understand why it's good before you can really just tell somebody.
Do not allow him to pass! Unfortunate that I must dirty my hands. Doesn't deserve.
Chop that dude in half. Do I want the big sword? Yeah, why not?
I don't know if I've ever asked you, what was your first name?
Kimba the White Lion.
Huh, okay.
Because we have to go all the way back. Like, I could say Sailor Moon was the first anime I watched understanding it was an anime.
No, that doesn't count. It's the one you actually saw.
It seems like the vegetation
'Cause
is
mine was
taking its
Samurai Pizza
toll on
Cat.
this part of the tower.
He's talking.
It's completely overgrown.
It's completely overgrown.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Isn't everything overgrown in this game?
Well, by this point, it's kind of... It's funny that there are these guys that are like... They're the same in the present and in the past.
Assist me!
It's... When I think about this, it's kind of funny because... like, somebody had given me... I can't remember who it was in the chat that said this. But they said, oh yeah, just one-shot these people, right? And I'm like, yeah, but then I have to give up my sword. But of course, if I one-shot a guy, he'll probably drop a sword, and I can just pick it up again. Plus, it's not like there's a shortage of swords in the series. Holy shit. Right, okay. Can't go that way.
Wait. Is that true?
You will
Does that come out on DVD?
Wouldn't surprise me. Good, good. So the vegetation is overgrown. I'm in the present now, I think. Yes, because everything has been destroyed. Let's go wandering just a little bit more on the other side. Sorry, guys. So let's see what's over here. Okay. Whatever was there is not there anymore. It's one thing I really do like about this game is that they went to the effort of making it so that it's like, yeah, a bunch of stuff, you know, happened in between time.
I bet if you change the water flow in the past, things change in the future. That seems reasonable.
Makes sense to me. The music's cutting in. Wow. Damn.
That's cool.
After all that time I spent downloading that show, and turns out you can just get it on DVD now.
But No offense, but what you downloaded looks terrible because of the
Yeah, it's all like is real media format.
pixelated.
I mean, it's not going to look great to begin with. Hopefully that stuff is in much better condition.
I'll have to look more into that when we get home.
I wonder if I should go back and change the water around. Aaron B. Sam at one point watching One Piece, Bleach, and Naruto every week. Yeah, that was
Okay,
the...
so it just came out in April. Alright, that makes sense.
Okay, guys, it's 8:38. Obviously, we're going to keep playing because I'm supposed to go till 9, and I was a little late starting, so we're going to maybe see if I can go a little bit longer, but can't go by too much. I have a play date with a cat tonight. Kitty play date.
No, your cat has a play date.
My cat has a play date. I just have to sit through it, which shouldn't be, too big a deal. So everything has been closed off here. Therefore, I have to go back and deal with this. I was going to ask you guys, should I go back and change things around?
Water to the center. I don't know that.
No, I know exactly what he's talking about.
Okay, good.
Because all the water has been flowing left and right. Now we have to turn around and make it flow back to the center. Because the left and right made the door open. Yep. And up. Up again. Not yet. But
See, a real kitty, not a euphemism. Swiped, clarify.
kitty, yeah. Also, we tried. So I've been president of a couple of anime clubs. Super nerd. I founded the Grand Prairie Anime Club. I needed a way to meet women.
Oh, really? You're gonna tell this story?
No, it's what I needed to do. I needed to meet people specifically, and I thought, well, I need to meet people that have the same like-minded whatever. And I wanted to see if there's an anime club in town when I moved to Grand Prairie immediately after university. And I'm like, if I can find a way to meet people in general. And so I'm like, well, back when I was in BACA, the Banzai Anime Club of Alberta, which I had been president of for a couple of years, as a VP there too prior to that, and I worked at Animathon. And we get outside of all that, super nerd. But everything goes back together. So what happened though is after leaving and moving to Grand Prairie and being like, okay, so now what do I do? To meet people, it's like, well, I'll go to the local anime club. There is no local anime club. Well, if there is no club, I know how they are run because I've run one, and they mostly just run themselves. You just have to basically pick a place to actually watch stuff and then watch stuff, and just be sure you can bring stuff in. And of course, so now I'm just downloading fan subs. But the way that Baka run was very specific. We would have stuff available, and we wouldn't watch like 6 episodes in a night. What you would watch is you'd watch 1 episode a week, or 2 if it was a series over 26 episodes. I think was the rule that we had. It was over 26, like 39. Sometimes you could watch one at a time, but really the idea was to you only want to watch one at a time because you know it's good for the series to take a little bit of time. It doesn't really matter. All right, let's. I have to push this thing, and I can't push this thing. I have to do it one at a time. Huh? I'm doing it the wrong way. Huh? Seriously, guys, I'm pushing with all my might. He's not doing anything. So when I started the Grand Prairie Anime Club, I was watching Bleach and really liked Bleach, and like, okay, so we'll bring that into the club. At whatever point it was we brought it into the club. And I left and it was still running, and I was just kind of like, I thought this was going to be over in 26 episodes, and I think it was like up to, it had been well over 39 by that point. I'm like, wow, this is just going to keep going. I didn't realize it was a Shonen Jump series. I didn't realize that it was like on par with Naruto and with One Piece. So when I left, Heather was still living in Grand Prairie, and since she had taken over the role of running the club, she continued to show it to a certain point, which point I think you said, okay, enough's enough.
Well, we started showing 2 episodes a week, so we could get through it faster. And then I think we got up to episode 80 something. I don't know. I actually would leave the club room for the hour and come back because I got tired of watching it in the club room. And then I took it away, and I can't remember what we replaced it with. I think there was only one person who really cared that we weren't showing it anymore, but they were also watching it at home, so they were ahead, so I didn't really understand why they cared so much.
Yeah. I had decided that it was, enough was enough. So, yeah. What I had set as a rule, another rule was, if it's been shown on TV or if it's available on DVD, we're not watching it unless, as the president, I deemed it was culturally important enough that you need to see what this is, because there's a lot of stuff I knew that people weren't ever going to end up watching just on their own, because as far as I was concerned, like, the anime market in Grand Prairie was just not very well developed. It was awful. Grand Prairie is a town of almost 50,000 people.
$60 DVDs.
Yeah.
For 4 episodes.
Because they knew they could do it. They could.
There was only one place in town you could buy them.
Mm-hmm. Until there was 2, and so, it just was kind of like, we're gonna watch stuff, but we're gonna watch stuff that is being released in Japan. Like I played Gitsack for them, because I figured this is important. People need to see this, and so you have a lot of like, oh, it's Ghost in the Shell, right? It's like, yes, it is Ghost in the Shell, but it's the TV series. And of course, everybody loved that.
I think you should answer this question. What did you deem culturally important?
Oh, what did we watch that was... I think we watched Stelvia. Actually, no, because Stelvia hadn't been released on DVD yet, so that was my excuse.
I know you liked to...
Full Metal Alchemist.
That was available?
I think it was just starting to become available, and I said, we're watching it anyway, because this is a good series. It's probably one of the better shonen series that's come out for a while. So let's... We need to watch this, because I think it's... because I think it's important enough to people that you need to be up on this. You need to know that this show exists. But then I had people saying, well, can we vote? Because I did the thing where it's like, well, when we drop a series because it's over, you guys can vote on the next thing. But you get to vote from what I'm giving you to pick from. Because I had somebody say, well, can we... What if we all want to watch Naruto? And I'm like, that's very funny. You can go online and download it, or you can go get the manga yourself and you can read it. The fact is that if you know about Naruto and you're watching Naruto already, you don't need to be bringing it in here and letting everybody else watch it too. I don't care how good you think it is. It's super, super long. It's going to take us way too much time to get through it.
If it's a fight you want.
He slows down while he folds in half. They're not real people anyway, right? Yeah, it was a democratic dictatorship. Yeah, it was very much a a benevolent dictatorship. I ran things the way that I wanted to see them be run. And if people wanted to run to be president, they totally could. But the rule there was also, if you're going to be president, you have to have signed up for an executive position below president for at least 1 year, and then you can run for president after that.
At a college where most people go for 2 years.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that was nice.
Yeah, I figured that was going to make things difficult.
Do not allow him to pass!
So that created a problem, and I ended up we ended up having to change that, because it's like, well, if the club's going to run after I left, it was going to have to run with people who kind of had a handle on doing other stuff. But I mean,
You voted me.
Yeah, you just took over.
And
face
when
far
we
worse
did,
than
we
the
did
likes of
do
you.
voting for other positions. Well, nobody actually said they wanted to run for president, but I didn't give anyone the option to vote me in. Although some people did write on the ballot that they approved of me, so I guess it's the same thing.
Yeah, there you go. It's like being voted in. So whereas I ran things purely by fiat with an iron fist, my wife was told what to do and then just ended up doing it.
I did whatever I wanted after you were gone.
I wonder if that remember up here while there was a ladder? I can't see that ladder anymore.
I like to think I ran with an iron fist that wore a velvet glove.
Sure, that's works for me. Just run up some walls for a minute. Why not? There was a ladder around here on this wall, but I'm afraid if I do my backflip that...
Do you stand?
I guess, yeah,
Or you just go for it.
I did.
Go to the statue. Ladder rotted way long ago.
Sure did. I'm at the statue. Clearly, statue needs to be moved. Statue has no pole to put into it.
Did you roll with the fist of the North Star? No. No, you didn't.
お前はもう死んでいる. I felt, we took in a membership fee and everything, so we could afford to have to-dos and supplies and stuff like that if we needed to. You guys ran an open house that one time, I think.
Twice. We ran an open house to get more members, and so that we could watch Final Fantasy Advent Children, not during club time. Everyone really wanted to watch it.
Clubs and cons and stuff like that always end up seeming like, that it's like, that's really cool. Like being in a club or going to a con, that stuff's really sweet. But they're more for socializing than anything else. So it's like, if you're going to, we took in some memberships so people would actually be responsible and we could actually say, you can't be here, like all that kind of stuff. And it worked out a lot better. And then we could then say, we'll use your money for that. And I think you ended up turning it into a membership drive that people could vote on the thing, but they had to be paid up.
Well, because some people just wouldn't pay, because it was supposed to be you could show up, and the first couple meetings was free, because, try it out, see if you actually like the people who are there and want to keep coming. Because otherwise, what's the point in paying, even though it wasn't expensive?
Exactly.
But then everyone wanted to vote so badly, I was like, fine, you can all, if you all pay, then I put your name into, everybody who's paid gets their name put into a hat. Whoever gets their name pulled out of the hat gets to pick our next series. With the limitations that it didn't go over 52 episodes, was not rated R, or had adult 18 plus nudity, hentai, whatever crap. And it couldn't have been shown already in the club's history. I can't remember what they picked.
Oh, right, there's this ledge here. There was a thing there before, too, but now there is not.
But yeah, everyone paid up in a hurry.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Okay, so I can't get in there. I'll never be able to get in there, I'm sure. It would be great to be able to turn the statue around, but didn't really see a way to do that. And that thing's still there. How the hell am I going to get up to it?
You've seen Nobunaga.
Yeah, we're watching that, actually. We've only seen the first episode of it. And I really like it. I love how goofy the idea is, but we've only ever watched the first one. I have not seen Black Cat.
I have. It's a Shonen Jump series.
Yes.
I like it.
Oh, good.
Okay, I've only seen the first half of it, but I like it anyway. Wishes of a Distant Star? I think I have that on the shelf. I don't think I've watched it.
Voices of a Distant Star, I think. Hoshino Koe, which is a short by, I forget his name again, but he did, what was it again? From the Light from the Wind? Places Promised in Our Early Days. I can't remember what the hell was it called again. A refreshing shower. Can somebody please help me get out of here? I desperately need to get out of here. Like that is not going to work.
Voices of a Distant Stark.
Oh, actually, the new. So if you guys want to get a jump on something, what you're going to want to start reading, and then hopefully they'll make a full anime of this because they just released an OVA of it, like a 1-episode OVA of it. Assassination Classroom is the new hot Shonen Jump series, to the point where Shonen Jump has was it its first month? Make a left. Down there. Okay. In the first month, it did better than One Piece.
People are saying jump on the tree.
Maybe. Okay, I'm probably too far down then.
That wall.
The blocked wall?
Just says that wall left side. Looks like there's a thing.
Yeah, like it seems like I can climb that, right? I was over here before, but
He released The Place Promised in Our Early Days in 5 centimeters per second.
that's it. Thank you. Thank you, Corin.
Both of those were good.
Yeah, 5 centimeters per second, though, I have to rewatch. But yeah, better than One Piece. Assassination Classroom did better than One Piece in its first chapter release, or in its first month, or whatever the hell it was. It beat it in the reader survey. It is stupid good. You should totally go find it somewhere, find a scanlation of it, read it in the original. I don't care what you do. It is very compelling. It's very funny. There's a lot of good action in it. It's just a neat story overall. It's basically about this giant alien that blew a hole in the moon that destroyed 75% of the moon, and it's going to destroy Earth. And then he says, "But I always wanted to be a school teacher, so I'll make you a deal. Put me in a class with put me in a schoolhouse with a bunch of these kids from this school, and let me just go nuts like teaching them. But I'm going to train them on how to be assassins as well, or you guys can train them on being assassins, any of that kind of stuff."
Over by the big hole by the statue on the right-hand side of the door, it looks like you can jump on a tree. Find the corner of the big hole and jump onto a tree there.
Oh, over here. The big hole. Sorry, guys. Kind of jostling you around here a bit. Oh, look at that. There's a whole section I haven't been into yet.
Are you unstuck now?
I don't know yet. I might be. If they chose this camera angle on purpose, I am severely pissed off.
Is Beej into horror manga?
No. Absolutely not. That is not my thing. So there's some of that stuff down there. All right, let's just...
Meant the hole by the statue.
Oh, by the statue. My apologies.
Fight more enemies, return to the garden area, run up the block on the left. There's a big ball of text there, you might want to read.
Yeah, sorry, 1 second. Just going to read what Arclight's written for me. Head backward to the beam, jump to the next beam, then look through the thick foliage on the next beam, walk out to the right side, follow around the end, jump to the walkway and defeat the enemy here, jump over the back, lever should be the right. Left bottom pump and defeat the enemies. Clear acrobatic enemies. Okay, that's some new stuff. But yeah, so everybody has to, everybody basically has to kill, everyone has to kill the teacher. But he's an alien that can fly at Mach 20. And he's just basically screwing with them a lot, but that means they, and it's not just battle him, right? Because he makes an agreement that he won't kill any of the, students. Doesn't mean he won't kill anybody else, but he won't kill any of the students. Like, this can't be that impossible. That looks like a branch I could get onto, right?
Sure. That big block of text as soon as you just came in the town hall.
Yeah, I figured. Because then it's like, inside the garden area, which apparently is this. Run up the block on the left. Then the adjacent wall, jump backwards to the beam. Run up the block on the left. Whoa. Actually, okay. The block on the left. Then backwards to the adjacent beam. I can't believe I missed that. Then jump through foliage? Am I just gonna... Okay, well, nothing ventured, nothing gained. I bet you I can clear that.
Yay. I will fight something else.
And kill him!
That head came right off. And I think, yep. Now he has an axe. Can't go up, can go around. Yeah, horror manga is not really my things, but Junji Ito did his,
Unfortunate that
the Cat Diary of his, which I think is lovely.
now you will
Whoa.
Are there ghosts trying to kill you?
Death becomes you.
He's no match for me.
I'm not here to hurt you.
Oh, it's those people. I thought Breath of Fate would work. Apparently, I don't know how to use Breath of Fate. Okay, whatever hasn't killed me is gone. I want that one. There we go. It looks shinier. Shut up.
You'd be terrible with Pokemon, wouldn't you?
Oh God.
You'd have to get all the shinies.
Yeah, and I would totally build that Arduino thing that you can build in order to make more shinies. That's a wall run. Yep. Do-do-do-do. No, stop it. And get up and jump. Seriously?
Maybe you're supposed to go the other way.
It just looks like I should be able, if I could jump up there. Like maybe I do jump directly forward, or maybe I'm supposed to fall onto that thing.
Someone's saying drop.
Figured.
Nope, right side drop.
Oh, right side drop. Oh, I see. My chat over here is not scrolling. I was wondering what the hell happened,
because
everybody.
You went to look at the thing.
And it just stopped, yes. Okay, so now can I jump?
People are saying drop down, but I don't know if that's now or leg.
Oh, wait. I see.
Someone's saying no.
Wouldn't I drop here?
Oh, you were right.
Good. All right. I figured because we're almost all the way through this. 9:05. We're well into getting close here. And then that.
This is the right place.
Oh.
Sarah's in the chat.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Mendiolo?
YOLO.
All right. This is good. Well, it will get better when I can see where I'm supposed to. There we go. I'm supposed to be over there. I mean, I like the dynamic camera angle look. I mean, it's pretty sweet. Huh. That looks like it goes on forever.
You'll never know unless you drop a rock. Can you do that?
Nope. All I can do is drop myself. Like that's I would have died. If that was me in real life, I would have been dead 47 times by now. Are we still we're still good on the
On the what?
on the death count, I think.
Yeah, I think you're still at 47.
This
you
is nice.
You haven't died in a while.
This isn't
It's been almost an hour since your last death.
This is yet another part of what I love about Prince of Persia games, and what I really like about this game is with all the time travel, being able to make changes to the environment that you're working in, right? Like, it's like no, you're gonna do this because it clearly just makes sense. You know, like we've gone back in time or we've gone forward in time, and so now all these things have changed. And rather than have you do the same level again, we'll make you walk through the same collection of walls, but now they're going to be slightly different. Look at that. All right, crew.
Total lure deaths is 227.
Yeah. Haven't died in almost an hour, which is kind of how this works, right? Like, it always seems like in the last hour of play, for whatever reason,
You get better.
I get so into the groove that let's be fair. For 20 minutes, it was me running around in the friggin' garden trying to figure out where I was supposed to go, so I wasn't going to die at all.
Well, you don't know that. I'm sure there were sharp things you could have tripped over.
I don't know why I didn't see that block the first time, which then gives me points about what I don't like about this game. Is it is so easy to lose yourself in how this works. I wonder if I can throw this at him.
How did this happen?
Oh.
Did you make him mad?
Whoa. I triggered a cutscene. He must be pissed. Oh, I remember this place. We did this before. All right, guys. Because we're approaching extra time, I'm going to do what I normally do, which is...
How did this happen?
go hog wild. Oh, you are not
More
helping.
important matters to attend to.
Do not allow him to pass!
Not happy. I hate you so much.
There's so much pleasure in pain. I'm not here to hurt you.
Good, leave.
Thing where they
Didn't
do
take
the splits over your head is just really funny.
Oh, I know. It's super goofy. There's a lot of sand there, and it's gone. Okay. Now.
Don't forget you have your AoE attack, Beej. Or no?
Oh, right! Thank you. Area of effect attack.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. The Breath of Fate. So is this a... That's not climbable. Okay, let's have a look. Aha. Like, they really, I mean, they drew a lot of really pretty stuff for this game. That is exactly what I'm looking at right now. Polygons that could cut ice.
Aku no Hano?
Aku no Hana? Oh, I saw some of that.
Attack him now!
Oh, it's a bomb.
Can't we talk this?
Oh, I see.
Don't you know not to strike a woman?
Unhappy.
Can't we talk this out?
Thank God that triggered before she got up. Alright, let's throw that away. I have a dagger now. That was stupid. I want that thing instead. There we go. That's also a dagger. That was super stupid. Right, moving on. There was a...
You saw some episodes. Did you like it?
Of Aku no Hana?
They want to know your thoughts. Well, Krieger Sanders.
Oh, thoughts on Aku no Hana. If that's the manga I'm thinking about, I saw it on the... convinced me to read a manga with just one page. And so people just kept posting page after page. No, this is more indicative. No, this is more indicative. And I was just kind of floored by... I think I'm going the wrong way. But probably not. I was just kind of floored by how much there was going on there. It sounds like a really cool idea. Like, but I'm not sure yet. Like, I'm not sure if I'm totally... if that's going to be my thing. Because it's very much a story of... hey, you're a here's this guy who is not really able to. He's kind of he's a herbivore man, as they've been calling him in Japan recently. He's a meek guy. He's kind of being controlled by a very strong woman, and while I'm like, well, that's fine. I'll read a manga about that. That doesn't bother me in the least. What does get me is just it sounds like it gets kind of like she gets a bit yandere, and I don't know if that's true or not. She gets kind of like, if it's not going to be me, then I'm totally going to basically screw you up and make you do my bidding and all that kind of stuff. And I'm like, I'm not sure if that's what I'm completely into. How does this work?
Run a long wall.
I guess.
Wall run. Got 2 votes for wall run. Do it.
Oh, hey, look, there was a ledge that I could barely see, or not even see. What's behind me? Nothing. Oh, good.
Don't you?
There we go. As a game, if it didn't come out on a Nintendo console, then it probably is not.
Can't we talk this out?
It doesn't sound like something you play. I don't know what it is. It just doesn't sound like something I've seen in your backlog.
Yeah, it is not in my backlog.
Don't you know? To strike a woman.
Whoa. Okay.
It was released on the Wii.
Was it? It is still not in my backlog. It certainly might be something, like I'm sure it is a good game. It's just nothing that really, because I don't really know what it's about. So, never occurred to me to... You know what, all that water I had like about 20 minutes ago, I'd love to have more water right now. I'd love to have something to drink out of. Oh, that's good too.
How many consoles back does the backlog go?
We're talking Super Nintendo. There's nothing on the Nintendo that I really want to play, and most Super Nintendo stuff that I want to play is going to be things that are probably going to end up emulated, I have a feeling. Like, for example, Gargoyle's Quest. Now, Gargoyle's Quest came out on... it's a spin-off series of Ghosts and Goblins, or Ghouls and Ghosts, however you choose to remember that series.
Skies of Arcadia?
Probably not that, no. Tales of Symphonia is something that is... in my backlog technically, but I haven't played it in so long that it might not actually ever get played. Oh, hey, look at that. A perfectly smooth thing to jump onto.
Phone beep.
Yeah.
Oh, someone sent you a video of something. You can look at it later.
Okay. I bet I go that way. But Gargoyle's Quest came out for the Game Boy originally, and it was, I really liked it. I played that a lot, and I saw that they had put a Gargoyle's Quest out on NES at one point. I did not realize that Demon's Crest is actually a continuation of that same thing, and I will probably play those at some point. Drop.
I don't think you would ever play a Breath of Fire game, would you?
I have.
Have you?
I played Breath of Fire 1 for the Super Nintendo. It was really, really good. Oh God, was it Breath of Fire 1 was so good. I was super into it. Again, RPGs, and RPGs will be rough because they're not exactly...
Pay attention. There is much that I can teach you.
I've only played Dragon Quarter because I had to constantly start over.
Not happy with you. I can't see. Didn't want to do that over there. There we go.
Ain't no match.
Don't you know?
That's where they put the pole there.
So you can swing around it.
Yeah, that's entirely. That was
Do
the.
your stripper dance.
It's one of the first things they taught you is how to pole dance in this game. Pretty cool. All right, now we're up here. I guess that's the game. The game is over.
Yeah, Dragon Quarter was that you played. You had this ability that added a percentage in the corner of the screen, and every time you used it, and if it got to 100%, you die. And then you have to start the game over.
I like that.
But you keep certain things, and it opens new cutscenes because you've started over, which gives you more information. But that just annoyed me because that meant I was going to die several times and have to start over several times.
Oh yeah, that's how
And
those
I'm
games
not
work.
Super interested in restarting a game and going through the gameplay that many times.
All right, so is this a wall run to freedom, or am I gonna die if I do this? I think it's I die if I do that, because if we look at how this is all laid out, well, would you look at that? Can I make that? Well, I either make it or I die. Almost made it. Let's try that again. Can't see anything. Thanks, camera. Oh. Take some sand. Good. Save. Take a drink. But yeah, I have a feeling that Dragon Crest will end, or Demon's Crest will end up being one that I will play far in the future. I wouldn't mind playing the Gargoyle's Quest for the NES first. I think that would be super good. But that's it. We're done overtime. And so I'm going to do that. And then I'm going to go into my start mode and choose quit, because that's the end of that. Everything starts shutting down, and we get that wicked opening music that is not playing for whatever reason. Awesome. I don't care. Okay, I'm going back to the normal camera, I think.
Great.
So you might, if you want to be on camera, you'll either have to get in a higher chair or that's fine.
I'm
All right.
short.
You can be short. And we'll just change this. Back to this. Right. I should actually keep up a little bit on what's going on in the chat at this point. So let's see.
I can't read the chat from here. This
Yeah,
is
I'm
why I
sorry.
didn't want to sit so far back.
This is Heather, everybody. So let's see
I
here.
did this sometimes because it was funny.
Far in the future. Yeah, I know. The problem. It's Capole 42. I know we've been playing for a month. The idea is that I want to finish the games that I already have, the ones that I own. So far in the future is like it could be a few years, or it could be like, because like I said, if I encounter a game that I think is garbage, that I'm just like, I can't believe I bought this. I don't want to play any more of it.
Didn't you say that about this game when you started?
I thought it was cool. Everyone says it's going to be garbage. I'm like, actually, this is not a bad game. This is a pretty good game. It's a pretty good realization of how that should work. And the thing is since everybody said that the Two Thrones is better than this, as long as it's like simpler to play, then that's going to be perfect for me. And I guess then, like, I'm going to haul out Odama at some point. We're not going to play that for 6 or 7 sessions, but I do want to play it on stream because I think you guys probably would like to see it, because I think it's different. We might just have a day where it's like, I'm going to play this game for an hour and a half, and then I'm going to pop out and play this game for an hour and a half, just to, you know, see if they're any good and if I do want to actually continue playing them or not, and then start on another one that we can play for a brief period of time, which incidentally is exactly how I used to do things in the Anime Club, where we would have something run for 13 episodes or 26 episodes or whatever. We'd have it end after, because it ends after 12, and I'd be like, screw it, let's throw in an OVA. So you throw in an OVA just because it's like we have a couple episodes time to make this stuff happen. And with that, that's the end of Beej's Backlog. I'm ready to go now.
Are you sure?
Promise I'm ready to go now.
You sure?
Yeah, Odama is that weird pinball game. Yes, it is. So much fun playing with all you guys today. Thank you for sticking around this long. Thank you again to the sole subscriber I had, whose name I've completely forgotten, but thank you for subscribing. I will maybe eventually have to come up with my own little catchphrase, but that's not going to happen today.
You have a catchphrase.
Do I?
Drink.
Drink. All right. So thank you for subscribing, and drink. Drink yourself into a stupor. Watch me play some old games that, God willing, you guys would have enjoyed them too. Have a good night, everybody. We'll see you again next week. Do stick around, of course, or for tomorrow, because IDDQ Derp with Alex. I'm not sure what he's playing, but of course that's going on. You've got Kathleen doing Kathleen Saves the World for her. It's still Shin Megami Tensei Nocturne. There's the Book of Passwords, I think, is coming up tomorrow as well, but Kathleen's on Wednesday, and then House of Stark, of course, later this week, and Video Games with Video James later this week. LRRMTG. Did I miss a second subscriber?
That's what Shark of the Day says.
Oh, it didn't show up in my notifications thing. But it's so good. See you guys. Had a great night. I'm very sorry to the subscriber that I missed. If anybody remembers his name, you probably have to remember next time because I really have to get going. So, big love to you all. Have a good night.